Before we get into today's video, I just want to quickly say thank you to everybody who's been subscribing. We have really been smashing our subscriber goals recently. Don't forget to turn on notifications, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We also have a like goal of 3,000 likes for today's video, because today's video is a real good one. We are looking at the Igneous Hammer. This is the Adept Trials hand cannon, exclusive to Season of the Chosen. You can see our roll there. We've got Killing Wind and Celerity, with an Adept Stability mod and a Handling Masterwork. We also got Small Bore and Light Mag on our rolls, and you can see here are my Adept mods that I have available to me, Adept Stability and Range, being the only two that I would really consider out of the options I have available to me. If I were to get Icarus, Adept Icarus, I would probably use that, but we didn't get that. And we got Celerity, which is a perk that only helps you when you're last man standing in a fire team, gives you increased target acquisition, increased unflinching, and increased movement speed. So it's a really good perk when you're last man standing. Killing Wind is kind of a similar perk to Celerity, except it procs when you get a kill. Gives you increased movement speed, increased handling, and increased range. Really solid perk, and makes the gun feel absolutely amazing when you have it activated. Now the next thing I want to do is just show you the perks available on the weapon. You can see in that first column you've got Quick Draw, Killing Wind, Outlaw, Rapid Hit, and Subsistence. All of them are really solid perks. Out of those though, I would say Quick Draw, Killing Wind, and Rapid Hit are probably better than Subsistence and Outlaw. And in that final column you've got Celerity, Rampage, One for All, Snapshot, and Moving Target. In my opinion, Rampage is clearly the most superior perk out of all of those options, but you won't be too hard pressed to get something like Snapshot or something like Moving Target. Really nice. Celerity and One for All will probably be the weaker perks out of the options available. The good thing is though, it has a relatively small perk pool, so you're going to get the perk that you want, sooner rather than later. That being said, this week it is the Flawless reward, meaning it won't be easy for everybody to get this weapon, which is, understandable. It's not easy to go flawless in the current climate. Obviously, Trials has a little bit more of a population now than it did last season, but it's still not, massive. And obviously the card-based system does make it difficult for players to reach flawless. It is not easy, not by any means. Now I want to talk about the weapon itself, how it feels, how it's handling. I gotta tell you, this gun feels absolutely incredible. Probably the nicest feeling hand cannon I've used in Destiny 2. That's going, it feels better than Palindrome, it feels better than Ace of Spades, you name it. This hand cannon feels insanely nice. Just so crispy and so buttery smooth. It's like, wow, it's so good, guys. Honestly, it is worth going in there and trying to get one of these. Of course, it is an energy weapon, so Chaperone, really nice. My Chaperone went from having no options last season to being spoilt for choice. Now I've got Bottom Dollar, I've got Palindrome, I've got Igneous Hammer, I've got a couple of other options like the Trustee. So many options there in that slot now, it's like I almost don't know what to use. But I think, unless I'm feeling really nostalgic, I will probably be using this weapon in Trials of Osiris for sure. It is so good. To me, this feels like 10 times better than Bottom Dollar. Granted, I didn't get an amazing roll on the Bottom Dollar, but even here, I didn't get an amazing roll. I just got Killing Wind on it, and Celerity, which obviously you never really see too much benefits from unless you're last man standing in Trials. And let's be honest, most players, if they're going to clutch in Trials, it's going to be with a special weapon or a super, not the primary. But I probably will have some moments where it does feel nice. And yeah, I'm just pleased. I'm really pleased that this weapon feels good. It looks good. It sounds good. It's got everything going for it, and it's a big reason to go flawless. And if you do go flawless and say, you don't go flawless a lot and you get flawless and you get this gun, you're going to be happy, man. It's a really good gun. If you get One for All as well, it's solid in PvE. Subsistence One for All would probably be a really good hand cannon for PvE activities, just mowing down ads, doing big damage. Definitely see a place for it there as well. And I think just the aesthetics of the weapon are going to make people want to get it. It just looks good and it just feels good. When it's the 3-win reward, obviously it won't be an Adept version, but I feel like a lot of people will play Trials that weekend. Because yeah, Adept is nice and it gives you a little bit of a boost, and you can use the Adept mods, which is good, but it's not really, game changing. If you were to get a Quick Draw Rampage Igneous Hammer that wasn't Adept, you're still going to be pretty pleased with that. There's no doubt about it. And we went into Showdown because I wanted to proc Celerity. I don't think I procced it a single time. And I don't know what this lobby was that I got put into, but it was kind of free. Let's just put it that way. A little bit too free, like they're putting on a plate. Alright, I had Celerity active now, you can see. But the thing is, my teammates are going to respawn in a second and then it goes away. So Showdown's probably not the best mode to try out. Definitely think Elimination and Trials is where this perk will shine. And one other thing I wanted to say is this is the first time now, at least for me, where I've got an Adept weapon and I was actually looking at my Adept mods and seeing what went where and what affected which perk and which stat, because until now the Adept weapons have been of basically no interest to me. I have no interest in an Adept summoner or an Adept, sniper rifle. That does not really hold much value for me. But a hand cannon, you bet your ass I'm going to be looking at those perks. And I think the number one mod for this weapon will be the Adept Icarus mod, because it gives you increased in-air accuracy, and we're presuming that it's better than normal Icarus, so better in-air accuracy than normal, plus it gives you a boost to range. You can't really go wrong with that. In-air accuracy plus a range boost. You cannot go wrong. That being said, I was rocking a stability mod on mine, and it felt really nice. The base stability wasn't great. That being said, I have a feeling this gun will be feeling good in spite of what stability stat you have. That being said, I didn't try it without the stability mod, so I don't know. All I know is mine felt good. It felt real good. The bullets are feeling like cinder blocks, They're just really, really chunky bullets, and they're finding their way to the opponent's head almost every single time. Of course, with it being a 120, it has near limitless range, and yeah, this is just a very, very strong weapon. I would go as far as to say this is hands down, the best hand cannon in the game right now. No doubt about it. And personally, I'm glad that a Trials reward is the best primary in the game. That gives PvP players a reason to play Trials, and that is what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Looking around to see if there's any enemies left, because my goodness, we bullied that lobby, man. Listen, I just went in there to try out my hand cannon, okay? Don't get mad in the comment section. It wasn't my fault. We went 27-0. They got 3 defeats the whole game. Not my fault though, alright? Anyway, guys, I'm going live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/shake. I'm going to be helping people hopefully reach the lighthouse to get an Igneous Hammer of their own. Like the video if you haven't already, and if you got all the way to the end and you still haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Smash that sub button and hit that like button and come back to the Twitch stream, and I'll see you there. Peace.